Let's watch Seth. Let's watch Elin review. Taxation not optional. Let's see this. I haven't seen this yet. I need to spec into a new class though for the wall climbing. This game's insane. This one's great. You should play Elin Bag. Hey, people. Let's see it. Let's see what this is.
Hey, people. Seth here. I
Hi,
broke my
Seth.
microphone again. These lines come directly from a $10 webcam. Elin has reached early access. This is the equivalent of the CIA putting crack in black neighborhoods, but for the neurodivergent community. Elin is a game where I imprison the elderly, turn them into livestock, and have them lay eggs to make a new generation of senior citizen. Naturally,
this is a Chinese game, I can tell.
Every grandpa starts off as a baby, needs to be breastfed by other grandpas until they come of age,
You have to
and fed
throw
a
the milk at 'em?
diet of pastured hay to grow old and
Breastfeed from other grandpas.
by other grandpas until they come of age, and fed a staple diet of pastured hay to grow old and brittle. At which point, I mount them to a wheel of pain to generate electricity, so I can power my lights and watch Sailor Moon. I have a lack of beds, so there's a tower of pensioners stacked on top of each other every night. Each day, my population explodes, as a hot spring incubates faster than an actual womb, and each day it contracts, as I put a for sale sticker on Grandpa's forehead.
What is this game about?
Legally, I have a license. Morally,
Slaver
I pay
license.
the church. In the same fashion as Bill Gates tortures his body double every day to evade
Maple
karma.
Story?
As long as I buy a letter of indulgence, I can sell 20 pensioners and still work off my karmic debt. I'm an upstanding citizen. They are untouchables, and I will not reincarnate into a water bug. But first, a message from our sponsor. At Raytheon, we don't just build missiles. We build memories. At Raytheon, we don't just neutralize civilians, we vaporize them. Raytheon.
Hell yeah.
Because it's not just a forever war, it's a forever family. As
Thank
the
you,
successor
Raytheon.
to Eloda, which I reviewed over 7 years ago, Elin is a sandbox adventure like no other. Build a base, open your mailbox, receive spam in the form of a suicide bomber, cultivate
Love when that
free-building
happens.
crop strains for testosterone,
Just another
open
day.
a tourist trap and scam them for terrible prices, deliver vomit and feces for children's birthdays, poison for terrible prices, deliver
You couldn't have come at a better time. My neighbor suddenly decided to visit my home. I need vomit right away. You think you can get it for me?
vomit and feces
We're gonna build a new home in shore. Please deliver 5 units of shit for us.
for children.
I need panty for my child's birthday party.
Birthdays. Poison unsuspecting townsfolk. Get engaged to your child bride. Send her to be stoned at the gallows.
Definitely
Pickpocket her
Chinese.
engagement ring. Marry a slime instead.
Based,
Play music,
honestly?
Get shot dead because they didn't like your performance. Bake bread by nuking raw flour. Wish for a Glock 17. Receive a railgun. Read Goblin Smut to learn their weakness. Throw your smut in the trash can and make the trash pregnant. Punch a hermit crab for so long it levels up. Enjoy hallucinations. Get cursed. Realize that
Hold on.
it levels up. Enjoy.
What? Welcome to my shop. Is this online or
Hallucinations.
does this
Get
just
cursed.
happen in the game?
Realize the cursed item you're wearing is made of food and eat it directly from your body. Get jumped by a pack of cows. Comply with their demands and brush their fur. Capture a bomb rock and host it as a parasite. Use its suicide attack.
Is this
to
a
strip
board
mine
game?
dungeons. Buy a tent. Use a paper material hammer to turn it into a portable pocket plane. Worship every god. Receive their apostles and artifacts. Abandon every single one of them. Roll a succubus and prostitution max your way to insane stats. Murder someone's son in
dislikes you.
cold blood. Bake their meat into a rotisserie chicken. Shit out a dream larva and blend it into the food. Feed it to their parent and make them fall in love.
How the fuck does Seth find these games? And secondly, how the fuck does he figure out how to play them? Because what the fuck is any of this?
Love of you. Make everyone love you so hard you recruit the entire city. Turn the king into a broomstick and ride him as he calls me a fat ass and tells me to lose weight.
Because he's
Whip him
smart.
until he turns to prostitution. Some may describe Elin as a bizarre Japanese fantasy where you enact outlandish policies
Japanese.
such as human rights or a mandate for everyone to wear panties. But that's not fully accurate. It's about paying tax. The karmic weight of missing my monthly tax deadline is 40 times more serious than unloading an assault rifle on a homeless beggar. This is a fantasy funded by the IRS and TurboTax. On being asked his intentions for the game, Noah, the developer, had this to say. I simulate Tokyo Sarima. You make no... Developer had this to say. I simulate Tokyo Sarima. You make no money because everybody live to 110-year-old.
That's his
And then you take your own life. Game costs $20, real good. Game costs $20, real good. You could be a chaos gene stealer with more hands than limbs. We don't care. Pay the state or suffer the consequences. This game's
bio game is very good. $20, very good.
entire premise is about you getting suckered into owning land by two contract killers. Then sucker someone else into $20 million in debt for that same property.
Thank you.
There's intrigue, politics, and lore,
I've got so
which
much
you
practice
can ignore
doing Asian
entirely as you
accents.
read everyone's death log, which moves very quickly and contains a lot of slurs. Most of them for me, but I prefer this multiplayer.
Let's see a couple of them.
Moves very quickly and contains a lot
Nah, fuck that. Cave, WW. Can't sleep. Noah, help
of
me.
slurs.
I didn't see any.
Most of them from me, but I prefer this multiplayer, as taking the Moongate to visit a random
So it is
Japanese base
multiplayer.
will instantly depress me, as I see his beautiful creation, and compare it to my own O-Block ghetto favela. You can even put custom sprites. Half the time, this is animated smut. This is preferable to getting one-shot by a death trap the instant
Understandable.
you spawn in, or seeing a Boeing 767 approaching two skyscrapers, or loading into
Outer Epstein. So not only has Seth figured out how to play this, a lot of people have.
Outer Epstein, which has a one-tile entrance that takes off your clothes. Players will see their options for a pet, and most will pick the little girl. But if I throw a hormone drug in her face, she becomes a little boy. This presents the duality of a player base. Pedophile or pederast. Look, this is a setting where the surface went extinct and got repopulated by a cosmic mushroom.
What about
Whose
people that just
only
like the
reference point
succubuses?
for how biology works is Japanese Daojins. That's why everyone lays eggs.
I like
because
this. What
he
the
didn't know
fuck
any
is
better.
happening,
Everything is an opaque, esoteric mechanism with poor documentation, which the community abuses and exploits until Noah figures out a hotfix or workaround for their shenanigans. This is ignoring the fact that half a game is designed to troll you.
Whale.
Take an innocent menu option to auto-pick up fish. Die instantly because you picked up a whale. Drink from a water source. Mutate horrifically. Play on permadeath. Slip on a banana peel in the Village of Atonement and lose everything. Get
So fucking
Play on perma-
die if you do any of the convenience
death.
options
Slip
at
on a
all.
banana peel in the Village of Atonement and lose everything. Get AIDS. Catching E for
I hate
disease
when
is
that
a natural
happens.
part of gameplay and progresses if left untreated. How do you do that? By playing basketball. To cure your magically inflicted AIDS, you must become Michael Jordan. The casino chips
No.
can
Magic Johnson.
be used for higher stakes gambling.
Although I guess he didn't
this
cure him.
game is a constant gaslight. I came into this expecting fun. Now I'm paying tax and addicted to slot machines. I hope you didn't take an oath before starting your character, because the blackjack table is rigged. Save scum your way to the cure and live life as normal. There are alternatives, but that requires kidnapping little girls. Memes aside, what is this?
Why?
It's single-player RuneScape with no level cap, and a crafting system that lets you recreate nearly everything you see. Towns, winter hot springs, beach resorts. You can even walk off a shore and build underwater. Everything builds into something, which can be dismantled to make everything else. Material alchemy is an art form, which lets us mine out entire dungeons and turn copper to cocaine. Nothing I say is an embellishment. I throw alcohol at my blue eyes white dragon, have sex with it, and end my turn. Understanding esoteric systems by absorbing every wiki article is the bulk of your experience. You don't have to know Japanese, but they're more informative than the porn-sick groomers that make up this game's
Johnny, oh! A group of puppies tried to mug me for my silk panty of a child that I used to play Magic. Oh, Herrica, low self-esteem brat! Can't prostitute myself on my land? Tried to build a brothel, since at this point my karma's probably forever tanked. Finally, time to make my cat sister sniff my groin.
English community, which is why they're partitioned away in an apartheid state. First starting off, any race or class is viable, and the possibilities are endless.
Leopard of
fat,
homo.
ugly Polish whore, or you are, I don't know, Jewish person. You are a black person. You are a rapist.
A Wraith Executioner can use mana as a second health bar. Combine this with worshipping Itzpalt or Hiromi, and you have an infinite health bar. Chaos Shape Inquisitor lets you save scum for hours, and ask if it's truly worth it, as you enter the void and get soundballed repeatedly. Or, if you're a masochist, you can pick Snail Tourist and put on permadeath. Everything.
So that's...
Repeatedly. Or, if you're
You
a
can
masochist,
be a snail with Eminem's face. Well, this is a slug, it doesn't have a shell. But... Race snail. The snail's a notably sluggish creature. Fragile, weak, clumsy, devoid of learning aptitude. They can be dissolved by salt. This is just something you can be?
Snail Tourist.
Why?
Put on permadeath. Everything now costs twice as much. But the trade-off is that salt kills you. My Jury Warrior isn't meta. Her perk is garbage.
It's a modded
and
portrait?
ultimately,
No, I think
it
it's
doesn't
real.
matter. Because I bring a small army wherever I go. Do not feel limited by your choices. With enough
Oh, you
investment,
can be a paladin.
you can make anything work. Your objective is always the same. Get stronger by getting richer. So you can get even stronger to get even richer.
Okay.
Material capital will fuel your physical sociopathy. There's an infinite number of ways to do this, and these are simply suggestions. Invite residents to work your land and perform jobs and hobbies, such as
Okay, there's
gaming,
farming. I can play
gambling,
this.
Gotcha, prostitution, and self-harm. Set up delegated farming and automate crop rotations for passive income. Grow honey, turn it into wine. Grow mushrooms, turn it into wine. Catch fish, turn it into wine. Get paid a salary because people want to visit. Not for my
Turn it all
impressive
into wine.
displays, but because I've stolen incredibly expensive panties from different NPCs. The main way of
Understandable.
getting stats is eating food. Thus, our only obstacle is our stomach. So, we apply the secret teenage girl technique of vomit maxing. We eat, we throw up, and then we eat even more, as we watch our maid pick up vomit like the peasant she is. It's hard to gauge these values. Luckily, there's a variety of graphical and gameplay mods to augment.
I watched a streamer play this once. He played an incubus. He kept having sex and knocked up every villager, infect them with brainworms to make them love him. Every time he had sex, he got EXP and everything. He thought he broke the game until tax time when he had hundreds of taxes for his kids he made the entire time.
Your experience.
Speaking of farming,
Automate
have you seen
tasks
Story
and
Seasons
replace
1 of a Life?
sprites with
I think so.
the horniest coombait you've ever seen. Ampregs. Automate tasks and replace sprites with the horniest coombait you've ever seen. Ampregs got the Waz milking machine? Sign me up. On top of this, the game itself has a lot of quality of life convenience. You can auto-dump your entire inventory, configure resource distributions, and even just Ctrl F to search for anything on the map. Everything is completely customizable. In my case, I've gone off a deep end and can no longer see what I'm doing. This is a game with problems and solutions, and dealing with the problems you cause along the way. Mass monsters are a special creature that multiply upon taking damage. There's a spawn limit of 20 monsters entering your base at any time. Taming a mass monster, putting it on the gallows, and sealing its offspring on a set of tiles 10 Z levels higher seemed like a great idea. Until I visited my base again, only to find out everyone is dead. It turns out, two of my NPCs are coded to teleport directly to enemies, causing them to split and spill into the base, where everyone is too weak to one-shot them. So they infinitely replicate until they fill the entire screen. Conversely, the final boss is too hard for me to kill. By pure chance, I loaded into some Japanese guy's base, which had residents who were level 250,000. They're so high level, they take 30 steps for each of mine, which they spent on gambling, drinking, vomiting, and passing out at high velocity. I fed
So the higher level you are, the more like movement you get per turn?
them aphrodisiacs, and one of them laid an egg. Microwaving an egg has a chance of exploding, which is incredibly funny.
Sorry, Mom, Dad. God help me.
In the middle of an orphanage, explosion strength is tied to quality.
Wait, if
And this
that's in the middle of an orphanage, how come they're saying sorry, Mom and Dad?
incredibly funny in the middle of an orphanage. Explosion strength is tied to
I don't
quality.
have those.
And this one is 2,773. I heat the egg and one-shot Inos, my party, and myself. This
Okay.
might seem ridiculous, but the Japanese have already killed him with a beach ball and a banana peel. NPCs hold beach balls in their inventory when thrown at, and this one was modified by several thousand cursed scrolls of flying to weigh 10,000. So when Ino spawns in and charges, he slips in a banana peel and is crushed to death. The world
It's so autistic. Twitch chat dead? Never mind. No, we're absorbed.
is your autism playground. Join all the guilds, learn all the skills.
Am I turning green?
Whip, pension.
Do I have my camera filter on and I didn't know it? I do. Turn that off.
on your cotton plantation. It's your fantasy. Now back to work, Cracker. I'm not here to tell you,
You can't
that
call me
unless
that.
you've got insanely high taming and throw love potions at a spiral king deep in the void so you can feed that breast milk to a chicken so you can genetically engineer him into the strongest creature in the game, that you haven't played the game. There's no win condition, only your creativity. So choose a goal, a direction, or a hyperfixation, and the rest is up to you. For as many turbo level Japanese hypersweats at level 3 billion in the void, there's just as many who haven't even left their own base. So rest assured that no matter where you're at, there's some many turbo level Japanese
Let me see the person at their own base.
Level 3 billion in the void. There's just as many who haven't even left their own
Oni-chan. Okay, sounds right.
base. So rest assured that no matter where you're at, there's some guy who spent his entire playthrough cultivating mushrooms, who has more money than the entire economy. In short, I love Elin. It's a very sweet, beautiful, and calming game that I can't help coming back to. The developer doesn't sleep. He pushes a new unstable build every night, and I wish him the very best. There's enough content for several hundred hours, and it just
Updates his
keeps getting
game
better.
daily, dude.
I thoroughly recommend it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned.
I've never even heard of this
video is
shit.
dedicated to my ops, because I had a script ready after 50 hours, until I saw someone write a critical thesis about my Alona video, took it to heart, and played another free 50. It was only later brought to my attention that the man who affected me so is a barely literate weeaboo who paid thousands of dollars for his cringe OC to be put into the game. He did all this so I could turn his waifu into a burger, a warm
That'll happen. You gotta ignore the haters. It happens to us all. Fuck them. They don't know anything. The dude sucking his toe. Bag, you fat dead slut. Shut up. This is amazing. I've never heard of this game in my life, and now I'm
thanks
interested.
to the many members of a merchant's
Just
guild
sells me on
generously
these
funded
games
and
that I'm gonna
bankrolling
play
these
like
videos.
one time
You're
and
all
realize I
true.
don't have any time to actually devote to it, and then just fucking never play it again.
Wonderful. Have
Because
a good
to
one.
get the most out of these games, you have to play them for 1,000 hours. It's like Kenshi, but even more cracked. It just seems insane. I gotta fucking work on videos, god damn it. We gotta work on our stupid Ububuzume video. I don't wanna! Based on this shit would be great content. I don't know what they have in this game and if I could put it on Twitch. And seeing all these things, I feel like there's gonna be some crazy porn that's gonna pop up. Play Voices of the Void now. Hold on, we got one more video. Where Horse Oshi, they deserve it. I haven't even played Umusume in 2 weeks because I beat the game with the gold ship and then one other person, like I beat the final race and I was like, oh, I'm done. And so I haven't turned it on again since then. So Twitch, I'm still here, so you should be fine. Fit. Oh, he's making a 3D model. He's gonna become a VTuber. He's making a model in Blender. VTuber arc incoming.